Parulji, yes.
Namaste,
Oh,
Paramatma.
namaste.
Thank you. Uh, Paramatma, I want to know how I was selected. Is it based on my pain or is it my yearning?
How you were selected to talk with me? Actually, book readers are given a chance subject to God willing. Now, sometimes God is not willing, probably because God feels this person has not chosen God, or maybe there are other reasons which I don't know. Of course, I know one thing, that if you are disrespectful towards the God or to the human, God is not interested in that human. But if you are in doubt, then God is okay with that. But if you are disrespectful, God is not okay with that. So otherwise, God allows humans one chance to talk with God. So that's my answer.
Thanks. Because for me, it was magic. I think I finished up within 7 days. I think I traveled very far also to clear up all the things. So I felt that God saw it. I thought God saw it, and I
Okay.
think it was a tick because of that.
Yeah.
But thanks, I got your my answer. Pardon.
God sees everything and then God decides. There is a lot
I'm
this
sure it's
human there is a lot this human doesn't understand about God and how God works.
I'm very happy. Um, I wanted to know. Yeah, I have a desire. My last moments, I want to be peaceful, leave gracefully, and be with you. Please be with me.
You are always with God, but whether the last moments will be peaceful, whether they will be full of turmoil, it will all be decided by the storyline. However, God says that no matter what the storyline creates, events God may not alter, but God can alter the experience of the events. In what way? That God can give you relief from the stress, from the anxiety, from the fear, from anything else that is disturbing you, or God can release the effect of the attacks that is happening on the human. So,
I'm connected with you, right?
yeah, you are connected.
Thank you. Mm, um, Difficult moments, almost every moment of uncertainty. There is a tendency now to say, God, may your grace be with me. Is this the right way to go about? Because it feels like moment to moment now,
Uh,
uncertainty, difficult moment. Because you said just
God,
say it once.
God says it is okay. However, God says that every moment, whatever it creates in you, which is not okay, because ultimately it is not the events that are not okay, it is the experience of the events that are not okay.
True.
That being so, you can release the experience.
True.
So I take, let's say, an arbitrary case. Say someone is arrested, okay, and in this case the first thing that comes up is fear, the second thing that comes up is anxiety, the third thing that comes up is stress. So, like this, a series of things will be coming up. So, it is not the event that is creating the pain and suffering, it is the experience that is creating the pain and suffering. So, God says, and I have taken a very extreme case. So, God says that under those circumstances, Become aware of what you are experiencing that is disturbing you, and then start releasing on them.
Right. Because what is a roller coaster for one person may be a small thing, may be a roller coaster for me.
True.
So, but I also feel that walking, talking to you as though you are there and you connect, you communicate. That's true.
That's true.
Um, I wanted to say, so you are coming in between the gaps. And so I feel as the days are going, the gaps are more and more. I mean, because I'm connecting more and more. Is this correct to think?
It is not that the gaps are more and more, but as the days goes by, your karmic baggage starts disintegrating or getting neutralized. And as the karmic baggage gets neutralized, even though the storyline is not changed, God now has a greater say in that person's life.
Right. So every moment my storyline is there and it's a range, right? It can be this or that. Or is it the result which is a storyline fixed?
It is not the storyline, as I said, it is not the storyline that creates our suffering. It is the experience, the way we experience the storyline that creates the suffering. And if the way we experience the storyline starts becoming neutral, you will find that itself is a gap for God to come in.
Right.
So
So I am
God doesn't come in the events, in the gap in the events. God comes in the gap in the experience of the events.
so when I fathom that presence, actually I am having the benefit of that gap, right? When I fathom it. Otherwise it would have just passed as it has in
Yeah,
my previous years.
true. You wouldn't have been aware of it.
Wouldn't have been aware. And that is my great gratitude. Then the goddess and Paramatma is with you, and the goddess also is with you. But she
Yeah,
could have
she is
been free,
also with
right?
me.
She could have been free. She could have gone. Why should she suffer? Not suffer,
God and
but
goddess are together.
always. Oh, I mean, it's always a god and goddess together. That is a better way to work. How nice.
Yeah.
But otherwise, but then so Paramatma goes here and then 13 dimension here and 13 dimension keeps going up and down.
God doesn't go anywhere. God is always within this human. It is the awareness of the God that is everywhere.
Correct. So, but you said that he is in the 13 dimension.
No, God is not in 13 dimension. God
Oh,
is in
he
this human, in the third dimension.
in the third dimension. And then, so then I thought he is having another world in the 13 dimension. And then,
God doesn't have any world in the 13 dimension. God has no world anywhere within the domain of the king.
so we are going to go to that domain, right, where he
No,
is.
we are not. We are going to the domain of God, which is beyond the domain of the king and beyond all the dimensions that king has created.
Created. Okay, so I was thinking as different platforms and going above, but it is
No,
actually
it's not about going above. It is going beyond.
beyond. I got it. It's in the space. Okay. Then Atman, astral, and birth. Right. So after death, they because of attachment, you can hover around, or you can be in the astral world. So what I feel is, so when does a person get be born? It said one attachment will be around and around here only, or it'll be in the astral world, or it'll take birth. So when will the person be born? How is it decided?
Now, no one is going to get birth again.
True, true. But my father
But
is asleep.
earlier, you mean? Earlier, how it
Yeah,
was happening?
my father. Yeah, want
Uh,
to know.
Earlier, the way it was happening is if you're if you have too much of attachment or aversion, which means if you are clinging too much or have too much of negativity, you remain stuck within the near earth realm. It is known as near earth realm.
Yeah,
So it is like not really also in the fourth dimension, but somewhere between third dimension and fourth dimension.
Right.
Ancestral world is in the fourth dimension. So, but you can go to the ancestral world only if you are unstuck.
Correct.
And most of them don't get unstuck. So they
Correct.
remain around their people, around the possessions, around the property, or whatever
True.
they are stuck with. But as far as your father is concerned, God is saying he doesn't need to take birth again. He will go. So
My thanks reaches to him. I thank him always. Reaches him, right? Because he had a very strong desire that I should get certain amount from the will, which did not manifest. So I feel that he will work it out. He will be around because I think I was very dear to him. So I feel maybe he's around only. In that context, I asked you.
he is around right now. He is trying whatever he is trying. But the point is, he will not get a birth again.
Thank you. God bless you. I mean, you're only God, so God bless him. Okay. My I want to tell you, for many people, all of us, we have taken this birth, but there was some past spirituality where we worked out our rag, dvesh, that has helped us in this life, right? My past must have given me a better birth today, right, than others.
Not necessary.
So, do you mean that Paramatma, no, that God has moment to moment storyline for each person, and we are millions of people? Is it possible? Is it like this? For millions of people, my day to day thing, day to day
Uh,
story.
the king, the soul, they have a certain level of intelligence where they can really monitor and orchestrate in the minutest of the details. We
So,
cannot understand their intelligence with our intelligence.
so my soul would be in the when I sleep. At least I can. It'll come to me, or is it too silly to think
It
like
is
that?
not like it comes to you when you are in sleep, or it is not like it comes to you when you are with people. The soul can come and go, and maybe the soul never comes even for days or months.
Okay. So there is no subtle feeling of
The
happiness
soul
or being.
coming, nah, the soul coming doesn't create, or the soul going doesn't create any kind of experiences.
Okay. Um, okay. Uh, my trust on a person at a very young age made me take decisions, and now that has created a lot of fear. No finance support, left me with a lot of responsibilities. So this year, I took a recording from someone who appears to be a very hi-fi person, and then that person put a lot of negative things. So it made me prepare more grime actually. So if I remember that, am I preparing more grime, or am I going away from God if I think of what I was told?
First thing is, you do not go away from God because of your negativity or the grime that you are creating. No, and you do not go away from God no matter how bad things you do. The worst of the worst things that a human can do doesn't take that person away from God. There are only three things that takes you away from God. You're doing religious activities, you're doing spiritual activities, and you're doing healing activities. Other than these three things, nothing takes you away from God, because God has no judgment over whatever you are doing. You can only do the worst of the worst if it has been already written in the storyline, and if it is orchestrated by spirit and many thing else around the spirit.
Yes,
So the human is only a puppet being made to do.
but the fact that I'm thinking about that record,
Even if you are
Akash,
thinking, it is because of the spirit and because of all the demons and deities and many other things.
Okay, so I should actually wipe it out, right? So that I can move forward whatever is along the way
Uh,
and
the
my
point
reactions are less.
the point here is, first thing is I address the part that you are not getting disconnected from God. The second part is that if you are stuck in those thoughts or those readings, then just
Yes.
offer it to God with
Okay.
the two lines. The two lines is King to Spirit causing that, and may I have your grace, God. Uh, the third thing is forgive yourself for being a victim of that person and forgive that person for giving you those experiences. But you don't have to do it. All you have to say, I am not able to forgive myself for becoming a victim of that person. The two lines. I am not able to forgive that person, and the two lines. So you don't
Okay.
have to do anything. It is God who will do. And then next day you find that your feelings are still the same. Do it again till you find now there you are in a place of neutrality. And if you want to go one step further, you can do all the non loving feelings I have for that person, and then two lines, and all the non loving feelings I have for myself, and then those two lines. So, first
Right.
is forgiveness. If you want to go one step further, then it is about releasing the non loving feelings. That doesn't mean you have to bring in the loving feelings.
Correct. I got it.
That
I
doesn't
understand.
mean you have to engage with that person. That doesn't mean you have to connect with that person and say, I have forgiven you. None
Okay.
of these things God wants. Even though in the human society, there is certain protocols where people go and tell people that I have forgiven you. But God is not in favor of that.
And thank God. Otherwise, because, yeah, I think I get it.
Because
I
that
got what
again creates its own drama.
okay, Paramatma, I'm preparing grime on daily basis for king, or is it the nichode of the whole life?
When humans create the grime, they create it for two agencies. Number one is what is known as the archons.
Okay.
So they are the kind of demigods who are near our around us. They feed on our grime. King only feeds after we die.
So all that stays back for all the calculation and then takes it away.
Yeah, it is only after we die the king takes the etheric body in which the grime accumulates. But currently, the king is not going to get the etheric body of the souled humans. He can only get the etheric body of the non souled humans.
Oh, is it? So then we should be free from all problem. Oh, because we have to finish the
But
storyline.
storyline is continuing.
Continuing. True, true, true. I got it. Okay. So actually, don't you think that the women in the current world are preparing more grind because they're stuck with so many responsibilities and they are more attached to children? I mean, I'm not trying to differentiate, but generally. So in that lane,
It is not only now, but it has been so for a long time.
no.
Today we are more aware of it because the it gets highlighted in the media, it gets talked about, it is being discussed, and people are becoming a little more sensitive to understand what the counterpart, the male, are becoming sensitive as to what the counterparts are going through in their life.
And that is why it's the importance of the goddess. Because without
Uh,
goddess,
it is not that goddess is here for the woman. It's
no.
not like that.
But
Goddess is just one who provides the dynamics to the work of God. God generally the work of God is passive. Goddess brings the dynamism to it.
But that shows that there is a big strength in that that figure, that goddess. The strength is highlighted.
Uh, the way we the way we perceive strength, it is not that way in their realm, because in their realm it is not about the muscle power or mind power. In their realm it is basically whose will prevails.
Whose
You
will
get it?
prevails. Yeah, which is in
So
your
it's
it.
not about strength, if you notice here.
Actually, I'm also talking at your level only, but the strength, the will of God
Yeah,
prevails.
but I just clarified a little more for the listeners who are going to listen or listening.
True, true. I get that. Um, but that just shows that women have a role, and it is a significant role. I mean, I'm not, goddess is not a woman, but I'm just saying that that entity has a
Let's say
strong
this
presence.
phenomena called the feminine has a
Yes.
role, because it is the feminine which has always been more strong than the male counterpart. It is the feminine that has been more caring and nurturing than the male part. It is the feminine that has been more full of wisdom than the male part. It is the feminine who has been more forgiving than the male part. And the woman who become masculine in order to show that we are equal to the men are denying something which is very precious within them, because they assume that feminine to be weakness. They assume that feminine to be not having any value. They disrespect the feminine. They demean the feminine. But it is always the feminine that has been the better than the masculine. But this is not the way the world looks at it. This is not the way the king looks at it. And if it is right on the top, it is not like that. How can you expect it anywhere down the line?
So, in that context, even for the generations to come, marriage creates more grime actually than.
You see, within 100 years, this institution of marriage will be gone. This institution of caste and religion and spirituality, once all the soul beings are gone, king is going to change everything. Because the whole institution of marriage was created to create crime. Why would
But
you
in
want
some,
why would
yeah,
you want to bind two humans together with a directive that it is forever, no matter what you go through? So even though people consider the institute of marriage to be very precious, it is still the institute that has created a lot of grime.
but in one podcast, you have said that where the king doesn't is not supportive, and even you have also mentioned Paramatma, God. So then the relationships help. At least they help. But I think sometimes it creates more chaos. So now, in what after understanding you, I feel it creates more grime in the end of the day. So it's better to just
It's better to
release
release.
Release it, release it. I got that word. Okay. I heard, uh, who is Simandar Swami? Simandar Swami is in the fifth dimension.
You're asking me who is Simandar Swami? Where did you hear it? In my podcast?
No, I don't hear. I heard that he's becoming the next Tirthankar and he's waiting for everyone to.
There is an organization which originates in the city of Ahmedabad,
Yeah, I'm
and
aware.
they they believe. that it is they are being sourced by Simandar Swami, who
Yeah,
is a Jain Tirthankar
yeah,
after Mahavir,
yeah,
and he is going to source the future humanity, the future of humanity.
yeah.
But I don't think all those things are going to happen, because after God came in, a lot of the old structures, they are going to become non-significant. And that being so, there is a lot of reshuffle that is going to happen in the next 50 to 100 years.
So that is a creative entity anyway, but it has
It's a enlightened being who is right now in the fifth dimension, and
is alive.
it is guiding the a group of people in this dimension.
Right. And then what is prajna? Is it our intuition, prajna?
It is pragya, and it is like we can say wisdom.
So you in some one podcast you said there is no subconscious mind. And then in another podcast I heard that there is you did mention of subconscious
You see, what I
minds.
said is you cannot really know the mind through saying that first top part of the mind is conscious, middle part is subconscious, the bottom is unconscious, because there is only one mind. However, in order to know the mind within by the human intellect, which really doesn't have much of an intelligence, we have to create a map. And the map says that there are three parts of the mind, even though the mind is one.
Right.
And in that map, we say the conscious part is what we are aware of, the subconscious part is that which we have suppressed, and the unconscious part is created by the spirit in order that we survive. Because if the unconscious doesn't keep on running our heart, lungs, breathing, and all the body activities, we will die. So that part is not about subconscious. So originally the map was conscious and unconscious when the child is born. As the child starts suppressing, a third part of the mind comes up, which is known as subconscious. However, if you dissect a mind, which as such is not possible, you cannot get three different compartments. So from that point, there is no such thing as conscious, subconscious, unconscious. There is only the mind. However, in order to know the mind better, we map it out into different segments and try to understand each segment, and then try to collate the segments with each other.
Correct. So when we are remembering Paramatma, we are working at the conscious level, right? Which is helping
You
the
are using the
subconscious
mind.
mind. Correct. So,
But if
so
you then want to go more accurate, then yes, it is the conscious mind, because you do not have access to your subconscious unless you go to a certain deep meditative state. And even
correct.
in that deep meditative state, how much access do you have? Because you cannot really look into the thoughts that you have in your subconscious mind.
True.
But people say that at least you can put in positive thoughts in that meditative state.
So remembering Paramatma and asking for His grace does not affect the mind at all, or does it affect the mind?
That God decides how what God wants to do.
I get that. But just out of medical interest, how does the heartbeat work? Yeah, there's a sinoatrial node, and then that keeps beating. So from where did that come? Electrical activity come? But this I never wanted to ask. I just happened to ask
But
because
our
you said
our body is a electrical appliance only.
Yeah.
Without
So this,
electrical appliance, this body will not function.
so the life force is the electrical appliance.
The life force itself is electric and life force is magnetic. So we are electromagnetic beings.
Okay.
And
So,
because we are electromagnetic, that is why the machines today can uh, monitor the electrical part. But maybe someday they will come out with machines which will be able to monitor the magnetic part.
and it is happening to some extent. There is a magnetic resonance
Yeah,
in the.
but it is not uh, as reliable as the electrical part is, because the electrical part is gross, and that is
Yes,
why we are able to monitor it better. The
better.
magnetic part is subtle. We are yet to bring it into some kind of coherence to understand what this means. The electrical part we have understood to some extent
Correct.
what it means.
Yes.
So it is not only about discerning the magnetic part, it is also in bringing it to some coherence to understand what it means. But that's
Right.
the future science or whatever the king wants.
Is it the magnetic part that takes us to certain dimension in the world or some place in the world?
Nana, you are only able to go to those dimensions if the spirit gives you permission to go.
Right, right.
You cannot do
Uh,
it on your own.
um, this children indifference and the way things go about in many now in the world where the after doing everything for children and then most of them have to go to some kind of a home where they may not be supported. Uh, what is the is it a solution or can I have, is it okay to desire that I maintain that child love and value till the end, or a desire a place in the end, or it's only all storyline and I have to just wait?
You see, if you look into the way the animals raise their kids or babies, they look it from a place of alertness and awareness, not from a place of uh, the love the way we understand love to be. In the name of love, we are basically, how would I put it into language?
Controlling.
We are, no, we are actually squeezing them. You know, it's like tightly hugging a child. Now we are actually tightly controlling them. Why? It comes from our fear. The animals don't control their children. On the contrary, they have the instinct to know when it is time to push them into the uncomfortable zone. And sometimes that pushing might mean that they might die. But that doesn't stop them from pushing their children into that uncomfortable zone. Why? Because unless they go through that uncomfortable zone, they don't have the capacity to be in this world. But humans try to protect their children as much as possible and try not to expose them to going into the uncomfortable zone out of their attachment. But they think their attachment is love. The animals do not have that kind of attachment. So they don't have that kind of love.
You said that animals don't have emotions, and we have
Animals
emotions.
have some emotions. Domestic animals have more emotions than the wild animals.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is they know when to support and when to step back. Maybe if their children get beaten, they will go and lick till they feel they have to lick, because that is one way of healing the wound. But that doesn't mean they are protecting that animal or their children. So that is why I always say that animals have more wisdom than humans.
but also they don't have so much of emotion, so we do go through a turmoil. After all, we work, earn, all is exhausted, and then we feel like sucked out of all our potential, whatever our resources. So it is natural to have a little bit of.
The point is, if you try to be very protective to your children, they will learn how to suck you and use you and manipulate you and do whatever they do. And nowadays, the children are becoming not like the earlier ones who were very docile. Nowadays, the children by birth are becoming more intelligent because they are all now non souled beings, and many of them are becoming ET non souled, which means they are one step ahead of the non souled. So, the mother have to be very careful with their children in the days to come.
So the message to all mothers is to do not draw a line, but make the line faint and try to
The
release
message
all
is be aware
there.
that these babies were not given to me to play with. For most mothers, they feel that the babies were given to them to play with.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
all the
giving
rest
them, it is like giving the children the dolls. And that is why when the babies start exerting their will, it starts creating stress in the mother. Suddenly they are like, what is this happening? Because they are no more docile.
but we have invested so much in them, and it becomes very late to withdraw.
But
But it is a
you are
process.
meant, as a mother, you are meant to invest, because look into the animals, how much they invest in their children.
Little bit.
Now a lot. When they are not able to feed themselves and not able to protect themselves, they are like very alert and
Mhm.
constantly around them, constantly giving them the food, constantly giving them the protection, constantly willing to die in order to protect them. So you cannot say the animals are doing any less.
Yes, but that is 10% of their life, 20% of their life. For us, it is at
But
least
it is,
50%.
that is what we have made. Some of the mothers have made it 100%. They are about to die, still not willing to let go of their children.
I ask for grace to rise above this Paramatma, and it is my day-to-day affair that I will rise from.
What you can release on is all my attachment for my children, or everything in me wanting to cling on to them, everything in me wanting to hold on to them, everything in me wanting them in an exclusive way for myself. So whatever you notice, say that and use the two lines.
Yes, someone's ill will, bad omen can hit, but not blessings. तो ये तो हमारे इधर so around us there's so many evil spirits and so many evil things all the time, and there's so many people who don't wish good for us, and they can put bad thing on us. So how to I mean, how do we keep safe from all this?
You cannot keep safe, but you can, after it happens, you can release.
So how do we know that it is happening?
You will feel something
Some
is not okay.
Because it's a very competitive world, and all the time people
Yeah,
smile, but behind there's something else.
but do not judge them for their dual personality. That is their way to survive. So do not
Correct.
judge that.
So how do
Without
we
that
know then?
way,
How
you
do
do
we
not
know?
need to know whether what is their intention. The only thing you release is all the people having bad intentions towards me, and then the two lines. All the people who are trying to harm me, then the two lines. All the people who are trying to take advantage of me, then the two lines. All the people who are trying to do all kind of nonsense things against me, then the two lines. Just do this whenever you feel something is not okay.
But this is moment to moment, right? All the
Of
time, like
course.
we were told that there's so many spirits running around and so many evil forces all the time there
Then all
around
the
us.
forces that are trying to sabotage my life, two lines. All the forces that are trying to make my life difficult, four lines. Everything that is trying to create all kind of accidents in me, two lines. Whatever you feel, that is happening.
So it's on daily basis.
Yeah, for humans, say all the humans. For the forces, say everything. Or all the forces, whatever.
Okay. So, but this black magic we can't make out, right? Someone had told me long back they did black
You
magic on me, and
no, it needs a certain skills to make out. You don't have them, so why should I say you can
no.
make out? I can make out,
Mhm.
so that is different.
But you're superb. You're superb. Superb.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
that was all. Right.
Yes.
Thank you, Parul.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Roshni ji. हाँ अभी हुआ है.
Okay. So
Yes.
namaskar.
हाँ नमस्ते.
Yeah. So I'm very very happy. And first of all, I'm very much thankful to you for choosing my daughter also. Okay. So like actually, you know what? I don't have any cautions. I have not even read a book. I've just seen one podcast of yours in 2023. From that day onwards, I said yes, this is
Okay.
done. Yeah. And I was in meditation for last 30 years. But I was not that I was not having any attachment towards any goddess or deities like that. I was searching inside me, like who am I, for what purpose. But finally, I never got anything. The definition was last, it's a very very
Okay.
bad creation. And the moment I saw your podcast, I said, "My God!" And I was not knowing, and I was very very unwell that time. And you have mentioned that to remain connected with God, we have to chant a mantra. But I was not having that much of strength, so I said no. And I got that feeling like God will give excuse for the mantras. I didn't know. I got that feeling from inside only, and that time only I'll join. And I
Okay.
waited. I internally I got that feeling. I don't know how, and then I used to watch your podcast every day, like skipping, like everything was the same matter, and I didn't want you to know any stories. Like see, sir, like after coming to know the truth, the ultimate truth, there is no question or anything I want to know. Everything became zero. I just don't want to know anything right now about this world,
Okay.
or you can say the universe. Just and it has become totally blank for me. I've forgotten everything what I was doing before. My question is that, Kisa, like 2012, like I should just mention, I used to follow an advisor for my children for the education. I guess he's an astrologer for education, how to go about my life and all, what is the how to select the education line for my children. And after consulting him, we found a lot of change in our life, and my life became very easy to follow. So I used to refer him saying that, you're the ultimate God, the supreme God, and there is God, some God is there beyond God. And I used to always see outside this universe. I don't know for what reason. So I just wanted
Okay.
to know whether it was I was connected that time only to God.
No, you are not connected that time.
No, no. Oh, I'm like surprising, like how I used to, and I used to strongly believe, like Shivji, then Mahadev. I said, no, she will be a son of Mahadev, then above Mahadev. I used to just, in my meditation, I used to get that thing inside, and yeah, like I didn't know, I became so happy after you came in my life. I didn't know whether to connect. I actually, unknowingly, I got connected with you. And the problem with me, my health was very, very down that time. So I was not having any interest in anything. The final thing is I used to only pray to for my death. I just wanted to go because I've gone through very big pain inside my body for last 30 years, and now also like my after releasing, I can say after 2023, I started gaining my health. I don't know how, and now I'm realizing it is because of you. In the first day when I saw your face, it is totally printed in my brain. So, and I'm not
Okay.
looking at you as a god. Also, that time I was as a human being who's actually a well wisher for everyone. And you became my well wisher. You're my friend, the best of the friend. I always whole day I talk to you, all my problem. And I'm
God,
telling you, it
God
is
is a well wisher, which is true.
yeah. The first day I said, "This is my well wisher." And then so I just wanted sometime I had been through a very big pain in my head. I was not knowing whether it is migraine or anything else, like, and when I'm sharing with you, I feel some kind of sweet energy inside my head. So is it the god energy?
Right now, if you are feeling it, then it is definitely God energy. And you have to release on all the, not only on the headache, but also you have to release on all the attacks that are happening on you. You have to release on everything that has been put in you and done to you. You have to
Hmm.
release on
You realize.
everything unclean in your house.
Okay.
Then you have to release on everything that is possessing you and creating your headache. So these are the things that you have to release. And after every issue, two lines.
Okay. So without I tell you, you told me the things. I didn't want you to mention that thing. Actually,
Okay.
I knew you will say that. That's the reason I just started with the minimum sentence. So I knew you will go to that only. I have that problem in my house and
Okay.
I get the attacks. So I know you said one day, like I cannot do miracles. And you said I can talk to a realm. I said, oh, what else we need? I said, this is the thing where I can solve my problem. I have done so many things, but after joining to you, like my things are getting much better. But I have wanted to know, you say God doesn't give anything like that, but I feel I get everything.
I don't raise hopes.
Yeah, because किसी की नजर ना लगे. I really say that because after 2023, only my wishes, my personal wishes started getting sorted out.
Okay.
Yeah, and one thing I got one dream in at the end of 2002, somewhere around September, October, and I saw when very bright person with a very bright aura, and it is you. It is you now. I realize now, and what happened? I in a dream I was traveling in a flight, and I'm just happened to see outside the window and good to see I feel like it was his father. My father had died with cancer. And he was trying to hide himself from me. But the aura was so strong that I said, oh, my father is living here. And in my inside I got that this is some other place. So I just want to know whether it
It was
is
not God.
God. Okay. Who was he? He was
So
my father?
whatever. Huh?
He was my father?
It was not even your father. It was
Okay.
some deity from the lower world that was trying to
Oh,
impress you.
oh, okay, okay.
So it wasn't either.
Oh, so not even my father. Okay. Hmm. Okay, I have got very small questions. Sometimes when I get up in the morning, I find my half of the thing is not there, and my eye I have to actually open with my eyelids with my hand, and I don't find complete. So I just wanted to know, do I have any other soul of mine?
What is the question? Are there any?
No, yeah. Is there any other soul of mine?
No, no.
Means you
You have
say like.
There
I've
is no
got one
other
soul
soul,
every day.
only one soul.
I don't have any twin flame or anything like that, right? Oh,
No.
okay, okay. Thank you so much. I just wanted to clear that because in my sickness, my one side is like I always feel like I don't have it in the morning when I get up. I have to actually search touching my hand because I've gone through a very big sickness. I don't want to mention that all that thing because I know you
It's
know it.
okay. We don't need to
Yeah,
know.
I know. I think I don't want to go back in my past life now. It
Okay.
is end. Everything is over. Everything is over. And one day, what has happened? Like my daughter, she's was studying in London. Now she's working there, and she started telling me, "Mama, I'm feeling so bored here." Said, sometimes I feel very restless. So then that time only I shared with her the card. I said, just talk to him. He's a healer. I said, I didn't say anything. He was a healer. He has got that power. And then I forgot about it. Then later, after 15 days, I was just discussing with her any problem. She said, Mama, you know that card you given it to me, like you shared with me. So every night I share my problems to him and I sleep. And she said, I'll tell you what a big shift happened in my life. I cannot even explain. And she was so happy. Then I said, because it is true, we cannot explain it in words. Because there are no words here in this universe, I said, because he's not from this universe. And she always believes me. Whatever I tell her, like she follows the thing, advice of mine. Whenever there is a problem, she calls me up. She says, Mama, when I call you, like I get my problem sorted out. And now I said, now you don't tell me, now you talk to this car. So she does, then she's very happy on you.
Good.
Yeah, she said, Mama, this is true, it is true. She said, and now, but she's become very silent. She doesn't want to discuss anything. He said, Mama, now don't talk about anything in front of me because everything I got to know now, I just want to follow thing. So I'm relaxed.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, one more thing. Um, yeah, but one more doubt I have got on myself fully.
Hmm.
I don't have any feelings. I don't have any reaction. Whoever says to me anything, I don't have any wish. I just live because after you came in my life, I started means gaining my health. In fact, I'm telling you, and I today I'm this way. Like after your podcast only. Before that, I was just singing in my head. So, but I just sometimes I get it doubt. Am I a soul being or non-soul being? Because I
It
doubt that
doesn't.
I'm a non-soul being.
It doesn't matter.
No, but then
What
I feel because
matters.
I don't have
What
any reaction.
matters is you are with God. What
Yeah,
matters
that
is
is
you are
true.
receiving the grace of God, and what ultimately you are a human being. That's all. After your
Okay.
death, it doesn't matter what is going to happen, and nothing is going to remain. That for that portion of you, something is going to matter, because this personality, the body mind personality, will be gone, and whatever remains is, it is okay.
I'm very happy that I'm going to go. That is the only thing, I see, because I don't know if my life was very, for the people, my life was very beautiful for others, but not for me as personal. I have gone through many big pain in my body. Troubles are there only. Trouble sufferings are common for everyone that I don't want to, and I don't want to discuss, no complaint, nothing, nothing. Whatever has happened, happened now.
Okay, so enjoy rest of the years.
Yeah, so how to pass time now? I actually had completed my, you don't give any personal advice, but this may be a question for others also. Recently, I just cleared my this global career counseling for students. So after knowing, it is a life means what to say storyline. Everyone has that. So I shouldn't be giving them a wrong idea or thing like that. So suppose if I start doing for children next summer camp, I'm going to handle people for children, small children, a summer camp, and from there maybe I may start counseling them. And going through your videos, I'm telling you, I actually got motivated. The way you explained the definition of mother's love, it was totally different. The sentences what I've written down. I said now I'm writing down, sir. All those things. Then again you said how to study when children are giving complaint like it is in my study. So how why should I study? Then the way you explain them, give it to ChatGPT and get the summary of the lesson of the full book. Oh my god, I do that. I do that, and this is the thing I want to give it to the children. I love children, and now I'm 52. My both my children have finished their studies in IT. They have done a good. Their masters. My daughter is studying, working in London, and my son also is going to go to UK. So I'll be free. Then what to do? So I want to be with the children and guide them. So if suppose if I start doing career counseling, will my God will help me with His energy?
Uh, God will help you, but the general answer to the question that people ask, what do we do now? God always says, make your life interesting, which means
Yeah,
whatever talents you have been given by your storyline, use those talents and the opportunities that are given by the storyline to make a difference in other people's life.
nice.
Okay, so some people are, maybe they are artistic, so they use the art. Some people are intellectual, they use their speaking powers. Some people are little athletic, they try to bring up the children little more games and all those things. So depending on your skill, or you may be teaching them all kind of sculpture or clay modeling,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
it be. If you are kind of a
Exactly.
singer, then you teach the children how to sing. Whatever your talents are, make a contribution. If you can create money, create. If you are not able to create money, at least
No
enjoy
problem. Yeah.
giving.
Yeah,
So God
so
is not even against creating money. Only thing God says is enjoy. It's a time pass. So
I.
at the end of the day, you feel today was a good day. That's all.
So, but can I use your sentences in that when I'm
You
counseling
can
them?
use everything.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. That's what I wanted a permission from your side because I happened to go through your video of you were counseling those children in Ahmedabad school. I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "Now I have to start." Actually, I was declining on that. Like I said, "Okay, now to live simple life, whatever I'm getting is enough." But then, how to pass my time? That
And
was the biggest
also,
problem.
and also you can, and also you can give the healing cards to the
Yeah.
children and give it only to those who kind of connects with you. Don't indiscriminately give. If they
Oh,
come and they are really talking and sharing about their pain, and then you give to them and say, talk to this card, share everything, all your pain, all your suffering, all your fear, all your anxiety, all your stress. You are not able to study, you are not able to concentrate, you are not able to remember, you are having fear of failure, you are having fear of being scolded, you have a fear of being rejected by your peer group or by the teachers. Whatever it is that you have, tell this card.
this card. I can do that, right?
Yes,
You're giving me the permission.
I have given you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Where do
Thank you
you
so
stay?
much, sir.
Where do
I
you
stay in
stay?
Goa. I stay
Okay.
in Goa.
So
Yeah.
if you want a set of healing cards, my team can send it to you. And
Okay.
if you want to go in this direction, so
Yeah, I want to go. I'll be enjoying
then
my.
you can write a mail in that email, and my team will send it to you.
Can I name it my this as a on website as a Grace? Only a Grace name. I want to create a website also. Grace,
You
I'll
want to
say. Only
create a,
Grace.
you can create grace.
Okay. I'll name it as a Grace only.
You can create it as empowering people to live a life they love to live. Of course, that is the mission statement, and website is
Then
empowering
I can.
people.
Yeah, that can I can use as a logo. As a
Yeah,
logo.
empowering
No, not
people
logo.
is
I'm sorry. No, no, not as a logo. Slogan. I can say so. 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. Can you take it? Empowering.
empowering people to live the life they love to
Okay,
live.
okay. so much, Satya. Thank you. Thank you. I was leaving my idea to go ahead. And another thing, so I just wanted to know, you have mentioned about astrology. So there is one DNA astrology. In the DNA astrology, how you mentioned those problems how we face, right? Human beings based on the mythological stories. You can make out from the person chart when we get born in which nakshatra. So you can just get an idea so that I can not as an astrologer I will practice or giving them remedies or anything like that. Just for my sake to understand the child IQ and the direction which to go, because from there I can know the things. So
there
can
are
I
many
go
there
for
are many
course?
modalities which kind of give an idea of what kind of future direction that you want to give them. God is
Yeah.
not against using those modalities.
Okay, okay.
Only
Thank you so
thing, do
much.
not bring any kind of deities or praying or going to the temple or doing any kind of other things.
Yeah, even I follow astrologer, but he doesn't give any rituals. Nothing. It's total scientific. We no donation in the temple, and I don't go. So I don't have the rituals like
Yeah, that
morning
you
puja
can
and
do.
all. Yeah,
You
I
can
can
do that.
just take the DNA astrology. I learn that, and based on that, I can use as a tool for that.
You can guide people. You can guide the
Oh, thank
students.
Oh, so thank you so much.
Okay.
I'm crying from inside
Okay.
because I was just worrying,
Anything?
how will I pass? I'm so active in a house. I was thinking, how will I pass my time?
Chalo,
So
I
thank
gave the
you
answer.
God.
Anything else?
Oh, 1 minute, sir. Okay. And I was actually planning. So you said in one podcast that God might live in 2030. If this is
What
not
did I
happening,
say?
2030, God might leave this universe.
Well, currently I don't know. Let's see.
So whatever it is, but I'm prepared. I want
Okay.
to come along with you. So I'm telling you, as a so before God, I respect you more. I always say for God, I say God, I'm very sorry for you.
I'm only the face of God.
I know, but I'm very big fan of you. You're my best of the friend. I whole day your image is printed in my brain like anything. I don't remember anyone now. I don't
Okay.
bother. I'm fearless. Everything. Now I'm going to go for this because I love children for guiding them.
Okay.
The way you have given the definitions in career guidance now, it's amazing.
Okay. Right.
So
Thank
I'll
you.
use all your sentence. Thank you so much, sir.
You
I'll
can
use all.
use everything that
Yeah.
I
Thank you
say.
so much.
Okay.
Thank you
Thank you,
so much.
Roshni.
I want to.